Hi everyone, Mrs. Reilly here with another edition of First Chapter Friday. The First Chapter Friday for this week features a nonfiction book about a topic that I would say a lot of middle schoolers may be interested in. Sneakers. So we have a brand new book in the library. The series is called How It Happened, and it tells you stories behind lots of different things that we have in the world, particularly different types of inventions. And this one happens to be the stories behind sneakers and how each pair kind of has their own story and came about. So it has a ton of facts about how sneakers were made, invented, developed, and also where some of your favorite pairs of sneakers got their inspiration from. So for example, one of Nike's first shoes was called the Waffle Trainer because the grid-like sole on the bottom was actually inspired by breakfast waffles. So here's a portion of the first chapter of How It Happened, Sneakers, which was written by Stephanie Warren Drimmer. What is the last thing you do before you leave the house every morning? Do you pack your bag, check your phone, or snuggle your pet goodbye? Whether you do all or none of these things, your morning routine probably involves pulling on shoes. And unless you're heading to the beach or trudging through the snow, chances are those shoes are a pair of sneakers. Sneaker fans exist everywhere, from Hollywood to the NBA, but humans weren't always wearing sneakers. In fact, they weren't always wearing shoes at all. How did we go from running barefoot in the grass to stomping around in rubber-soled lace-ups? The answer will take you on a journey through the rubber tree plantations of Southeast Asia, the dark days of Nazi Germany, the parks of New York City, and more. Get ready to step into the ins and outs of a shoe that has influenced sports, music, fashion, and more. It's time to find out how the sneaker became the worldwide phenomenon it is today. Section 1, How It All Started. Chapter 1, The Dawn of Rubber. Sneakers get going. It might be hard to imagine a world without shoes, just as it's hard to imagine a world without clothes. But most ancient humans went around barefoot. Experts say that our feet and legs are perfectly built for running long distances. Some prehistoric people may have survived by outrunning antelope and other animals they hunted. They would chase their prey until it got too tired to keep going, and they performed this with bare feet. When a cook by the name of Coroebus won the 600-foot race in the world's first Olympic Games in ancient Greece, barefoot running was still the norm. Over time, athletes realized they could outperform the competition by donning sandals to protect their feet from rocks and hot sand. And ever since, footwear has been designed and redesigned to help athletes perform at their best. But today's superstars might still be running in sandals if it wasn't for a curious substance hiding deep in the South American rainforest. There's also a sidebar here that talks about the oldest shoe. In 1938, archaeologist Luther Cressman unearthed something extraordinary in Oregon's Fort Rock Cave. Dozens of sandals woven out of a woody plant called sagebrush. The sandals turned out to be at least 9,000 years old, making them the oldest shoes ever discovered with a known date. If you would like to check out this brand new book from the library, be sure to fill out the First Chapter Friday raffle in the library Google Classroom.